And none of us are as tough as the hockey players, but I enjoyed the fodder. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs, shall we, Perk? I was at the game when the Pacers just curb stomped the New York Knicks. There's a chance that these New York Knicks are gassed, you think? Not as, yeah, they gave me a microphone, always a good time, swore, then they cut to a kid. I mean, it's a whole situation, whole scene. Hopefully they will not give me a mic again, but it was hard not to get excited in there because what this Pacers team was just, they were pummeling this Knicks team, just pummeling them. From the beginning, they were up like 25, and then they carried a 35, 40-point lead through its entirety. Is getting back to Madison Square Garden going to do it for the Knicks, or are they potentially done here because of exhaustion, Perk?
I have this series going 7 games. Okay. I will give a lot of credit. I will give a lot of credit to the Indiana Pacers, to Tyrese Halliburton. He stepped his game up. TJ has been phenomenal. Rick Carlisle is coaching his ass off right now. Okay, I will say that. But this series is going 7. Look, the New York Knicks went down there to get game 3. They knew they didn't have a snowball chance in hell to get game 4, especially with a limited bench and then coming in on the afternoon game when you have a team that's deep like the Indiana Pacers. The youth kicked in, the athleticism kicked in, but it's going to be rocking in Madison Square Garden tomorrow night. Matter of fact, I think I'm going down there. You know what I mean? I got an invite to go sit. Yeah, I got an invite to go sit courtside with my guy Tracy Morgan. I might be sitting next to Ben Stiller. You know what I'm saying? They said they putting Big Perk on the celebrity roll. And damn it. Yeah, damn it. I feel like Big Body Bronson got to give me what I'm looking for, and I feel like he will.
He was cool to watch. Just like always seemingly in control, real casual, locked in. Like right before the ball tipped off, there was like this moment of like deep breath from him as he was staring literally 2 feet away from me. And it was like watching him like flip the switch. It was like, all right, here we go. And obviously the Pacers controlled it, but DiVincenzo can get going as well. I mean, that great fade. Hey, he's got one of the best Caucasian fades.
No doubt.
I have seen. It's really nice. It is really nice. So you think it's going to 7, so that means in Madison Square Garden, you got the Knicks then whenever the Pacers come back home Pacers, or do you think they steal one from each other?
No, I think I think Knicks win in Madison Square Garden. I think the Pacers win in the Fieldhouse, and then it's going to a 7-game series. Okay. I think it's going to game 7.
Hey, you're gonna have those puppies on the wood tonight, or tomorrow night. You're gonna have the wood. You're on. Hey, you better be taking pictures, Perk. We want you need selfies.
Yeah.
You need a whole thing. All right, let's go to another series that looked like it was going to run in a direction that none of us would have expected. And I think after the first game, my dumbass, who doesn't know a lot about basketball, I said, feels like Malone and Joker and Murray and the boys will figure out this Timberwolves team, and then they're going to be okay. Then Timberwolves came in and beat their ass again. It was like, wait a minute, this might be a whole different conversation. Now it's 2-2. Have Joker, Malone, and the boys figured out the Wolves, or what do you think the rest of this series looks like?
Well, I think they just tapped into their greatness, right? When we talk about the best starting 5 in basketball, that is the Denver Nuggets. When we talk about the best player in basketball, that is Nikola Jokic. Now, when you talk about the best defense in basketball, that's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Before this series started, I picked the Timberwolves to win in 7. I believe in Anthony Edwards that much. I feel like he has an old soul. I feel like he's been here before. And I feel like Karl Anthony Towns is going to be the key to this series. When Karl Anthony Towns, the X factor, when he's balling, the Timberwolves are damn near unbeatable. One could say they could win the NBA championship.
Whoa.
When he's not balling and he's struggling, we see what happened. But I must say, this is what we've been looking for, right? This is what we've been looking for, right? The defending champs going on the road, they down. Michael Malone got to show film of the media calling them out or saying that they'll cook the 2-minute edit, and all of a sudden they turn it up a notch. Jamal Murray, he started playing with a different level of energy. Jokic, he started being better defensively. Aaron Gordon, the X factor in game 4, 100% from the 3-point line, 27 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, dominated in great fashion. So I think the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to respond, in Game 6. I don't see them winning Game 5, but this is another series that's going 7 games.
Okay, that's great news for the NBA as a whole if that was to take place. 2 7-game series in one round is obviously beautiful for ratings, for sports fans, and for everything. You talk about the Timberwolves defense. How about the Defensive Player of the Year? D-Butt's got a question for you.
Yeah, Defensive Player of the Year. I saw one of the tweets you shot out, and obviously we saw the game Rudy missed when he had his child. Kyle Anderson started. They did great, beat the shit out of the Nuggets. What do you think the adjustments be going forward with Rudy Gobert on that defensive end, and would you adjust and take him out, I guess, limit his minutes in the series?
I mean, damn. He is the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's the only player that on a consistent basis, and I said this last night, that is the Defensive Player of the Year in the regular season and becomes a defensive liability in the postseason. Now, look, I'm not asking him to go out there and shut Jokic down. No one can shut him down. He's the best player in the world. But it's a certain thing of actually trying to slow him down. How can you do that if you're a post defender? The one thing I can teach you, because I was, praised by the late, great Kobe Bryant as being one of the best post defenders or the best post defender when we were playing. Kobe said it out of his mouth.
Talk your shit, Perk.
Hell yeah.
Talk your shit.
It got to be denials. It got to be the physicality where I'm going to take the hit, one hand on the back. I'm going to take the hit with my chest, a hard contest. A couple times I need to block Jokic shot, talking noise. Like, the tenacity needs to be there. Like, you got to want to stop somebody. Right now, to me, I feel like if Rudy go into this matchup of being the instigator and not the retaliator, he will have more success against Jokic. Right now, he's going and saying, I'm trying to play without fouling. Like, ruffle some feathers. Ruffle some feathers. Like, pick it to the point where you make Jokic get out of character where he want to punch you, right? You're being net petty. Like, this is the playoffs. It's no friends.
Felt like TJ McConnell played like that yesterday. He's like, oh, this guy's trying to get people to fight him.
Did.
Yeah, he's trying to get people to fight him right now, which I love. And I think he would enjoy if there was to be a scrap. Pittsburgh guy, respect. Yep. But whenever you talk about Joker and like getting after him, feels like he's always like this. I know he's seen his brothers beat the hell out of some people. And then we did see that big shot to the back. I guess he does showcase some emotion every once in a while. And you're asking for Rudy to potentially tap in and try to find it.
Well, what I'm saying is, look, Jokic is the best as far as being even kill, but he's a killer. He's even killed, but he's a killer, right? He want to take your head off when y'all get between those lines. My whole thing is, if you're watching the film and you're watching the tape, Naz Reid does a better job of actually battling Jokic than Rudy does, and that's a problem that I have. The adjustment at times were to even try to put Rudy on Aaron Gordon so he could be the help side defender when Jokic does catch it in the paint. That didn't work. So at the end of the day, it's almost to the point where if Rudy doesn't elevate his game, what's the point of having him out there? It's not like he's going to be an offensive threat on the offensive side of things. He's not finishing well at the basket. He's missing his free throws right now. Game 2, when he didn't play, they put on a defensive clinic, and I know it's hard to sit a defensive player of the year or ask him to come off the bench because you never know how he's going to take it, or you may lose him for the rest of the series or even the playoffs, but damn it, you in the trenches. And I feel like whoever win this series, which I did pick Minnesota to win this series.
Oh, no, Perk.
Is going to win the NBA championship. I feel like this is the NBA Finals right here. Whoever wins this series is going to win the NBA championship. I solely believe that in my soul.
Okay, well, let's talk about the team that is favored at ESPN Bet to win the NBA championship. The Celtics, Connor, they were almost dead. Connor, the other day, you lose in the Garden to the Cavs, but all of a sudden we're back.
Yeah, Celtics just don't like playing game 2, which I can respect. But, Perk, when you're looking at Boston, and I understand what you said, and I respectfully completely disagree because the Boston Celtics obviously are the best team in the NBA. But with that being said, do you believe that because of the fact that Porzingis is hurt, that just kind of changes the dynamic of who the Boston Celtics are? And do you think that there's a chance that the fodder around Tatum is the way that it is because there are so many guys on the Celtics that need to get involved in the game that he's not doing what Ant is doing and all those other things because they have so many other contributors on the offensive side of the ball?
No, Connor, look, in my soul, I would love, right, in my heart, for the Celtics to hang banner 18,
I don't
right?
believe you. I don't believe you.
But let's be real here, okay? They're in a weaker conference. The East is whack, okay? Let's make no mistake about it.
Is that the Celtics' fault?
Pacers aren't whack.
Is that the Celtics' fault, Perk?
Pacers aren't whack.
I'm just saying, but hear me out. My thing is, when you come into the playoffs, and this is why I'm so hard on Jayson Tatum and the Boston Celtics, because all year long, I've been hearing that they don't care about MVPs, they don't care about the accolades. The only thing that matters is the moment that they're in right now. Okay, if this moment matters, and you know that you're a heavy favorite going against the Miami Heat or the Cleveland Cavaliers, damn it, pull the brooms out. Make statements, show the world. Do what Minnesota did to Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix, y'all disgruntled. Y'all don't want to be here. We done took y'all soul after game 2. We gonna finish y'all off. That's what I expect out of the Boston Celtics. Send a statement. Get some rest. Jayson Tatum, we know that this is your moment. You've said it plenty time and time again. You said I can't wait to the playoffs. I feel like I'm going to be the best player on the floor. Damn it, do it, man. Do it. It shouldn't take where a guy like myself is calling you out and saying, hey, Tatum, we want more. Where you at? We screaming Tyrese Maxey. We screaming Jalen Brunson. We screaming Anthony Edwards. Can we scream your name? And what did he do in game 3? Went out there and dominated in great fashion, all across the board. And they won in great fashion. That's all I'm asking.
That's all we want. That's all we want. We want Tatum to be a guy that's being talked about as the next face of the league.
Yeah, but he does what you want, and then now you're saying, there's no way they win the NBA championship. I just don't understand what you mean.
I didn't say it was no way in hell, Connor, just because I didn't pick them to win the NBA championship. I didn't say they was going to get swept or they was going to lose it at 5. I think if they match up with the Timberwolves or the Nuggets, there would be a 7-game series. I just feel like I would have more faith in a Jokic than I would in a Jokic and Murray than I would in a Tatum and Brown.
Well,
or I actually have more. I have more faith in the Anthony Edwards.
Oh, Anthony,
that.
Oh, whoa.
That's asinine.
Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert.
I'm just saying. Ant-Man is an inspiration to everybody. If he say something, I believe him. I trust him with all of me.
Has it always been that way, or this is the year? This is when we've decided that this is, if Ant-Man's saying it, we all believe it. Is now the time, or has it been like this?
It haven't been like this. I knew he had the potential of actually being the face of the league and in the conversation. But what he did to Phoenix, right? Okay, what he did to his GOAT and Kevin Durant, what he did to 2 guys that play his position, and Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, and then to follow up and say, you know what? Oh, we're going against Jokic in the champs. We're going to come out swinging. We're going to punch him in the mouth. We're going to hit him with an uppercut. We're going to jab him in the first game, take game 1, and then we're going to come with a body to an uppercut. We're going to drop him. Now, they still got an opportunity to fight back because we ain't knocked them out yet. It's the first of 4. But now it's an even series, and guess what? Anthony Edwards said, I enjoy this. I love competition.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to game 5.
Hey, guess what, too, Perk? If they don't win this series, no one gives a shit about what he did against the Suns. Just so we're on the same page. Oh, my God. Just so we're on the same page.
Somebody's mad.
Yeah, I am juiced up, Perk. I'm revved up, brother.
Perk, you should see
revved up.
You should see it. Darius has a Florida Panthers jersey on, which is a hockey team, Perk. That is a hockey team in the NHL playoffs right now that's beating the Bruins' ass. So he's all pissed off at D-Butt.
Real heat.
In here. And then you go, anybody that wins the Nuggets and the Timberwolves, they're guaranteed to win the championship. And then they put the odds up. Celtics are the odds.
Minus 135 to win the title.
You got them worked up, Perk. That's good heat.
That's good heat.
There's a couple other teams, fan bases that I assume are listening to this conversation going, what the What the hell's going on here? Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Perk, the other series that seemingly no one is talking about really and have kind of just thrown away, OKC and Dallas. I think we've kind of seen Oklahoma City maybe mature and grow up a little bit. Obviously, SGA's been unbelievable. And even though Dallas's defense is kind of hammered dog shit, they've looked pretty good so far. How do you see the rest of that series going? Like, is it one of those things where if Luka has an unbelievable game and Kyrie kind of does what he does, like, is there any way that OKC can kind of combat that and win that series? And do you give either one of those teams any shot at beating either Minnesota or Denver?
Look, I think Dallas is going to win this series. I picked them to win this series. I also think that Kyrie Irving has been the best player in this series on both ends of the floor. His championship leadership has been outstanding and a beautiful thing to watch, right? PJ Washington, we're watching a guy, a 3-and-D guy, embrace the damn moment, right? Come from a trash organization, and no disrespect to the Charlotte Hornets, but that's what they've been over the last few years.
Yep.
To coming in and embracing an opportunity and doing it in great fashion. We're watching Daniel Gafford embrace the role from coming from playing with the Washington Wizards to having new life, being one of the best live threat and rim protect guys in the league. So at the end of the day, look, Luka still haven't played a Luka Doncic type game yet. And he's still going out there and get a 30 ball on you. So and he's putting forth the effort. He's banged up.
Hell yeah.
But this right here, this man right here, he's been dangerous. And look, they're going to go to the Western Conference Finals. I believe that. And I think if they match up with the Nuggets or the Timberwolves, which I think is going to be the Timberwolves, either one of those teams is going to be another 7-game series.
Oh, look at
Do
this.
not underestimate Jason Kidd.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
So we got 2 7-game series happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
East is going to be 7-game series.
Celtics will win in 5.
No,
But
7.
But Pacers, Knicks will go 7.
Yeah, same with when the Pacers take on the Celtics.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll
That's
see.
going to 7 games.
Slow down.
And
we'll
guess
see.
what? Which way that's heading?
What's that, brother?
The Hicks are moving on to the finals.
Okay,
that's how that
we'll
whole
find
thing's
out.
going. But it sounds like you feel like we got the teams right now. These teams are all. We got the team. 7-game series, 7-game series, 7-game series. You feel like the rest of these playoffs, we got the right teams in here right now.
Yeah, we got the right teams, and out with the old, in with the new. Like, thank you. We're finally coming to a place where we're moving on from LeBron James. We're moving on from Kevin Durant. We're moving on from Steph Curry.
I'm on fire. The CDA on the list.